types. First, we should know what is database. A database is a collection of information that is organized so that it can easily be accessed, managed, and updated. In one views, database can be classified according to type of content, bibliographic, full text, numeric, and image. There is a famous open source database called MySQL, which is used by many people and can be a good representative of the database. So, how many type of database now? There are 12 databases type, and I will talk about them. Relational database. This is the most common of all different types of database. In this, the data is relational database is stored in various data tables. Each table has a key field which is used to connect it to the other tables. Hence, all the tables are related to each other through several keys fields. The database are extensively used in various industries, and it will be the one you can most likely to come across while working in IT. Operational databases. In this day-to-day operation, the organization generates a huge amount of data. Think of things such as inventory management, purchase, transaction, and financials. All this data is collected in a database, which is often known by several names such as operation product database, subject area database, or transaction databases. An operation database is usually hugely important to organizations, as they include the customer database, personal database, and the inventory database, i.e. the detail of how much of the product the company has, as well as information on the customers who buy them. The data stored in operational database can be changed and multiplied depending on what the company requires. Database warehouse. Organizations are required to keep all relevant data for several years. In the UK, it can be as long as 6 years. This data is also an important source of information for analyzing and comparing the current year data with that of the past year, which is also makes it easier and comparing the current year data with that of the past year, which also makes it easier to determine key trend taking place. All this data from previous year are stored in a database warehouse. Since the data stored has gone through all kinds of screening, editing, and integration, it does not need to further editing or alteration. Distributed databases. Many organizations have a several office location, manufacturing plants, regional office, branch office, and head office in different geography locations. Each of these work groups may have their own database, which together will form the main database of the company. This is known as the distributed database. End user databases. This is a variety of data available at the workstation of all the end users of organizations. Each workstation is like a small database in itself, which includes data in spreadsheet, presentations, book files, notepad, and download files. All such small databases from a different type of database called the end-user database. External database. This is a sea of information available outside world which is required by an organization. They are privately owned data which one can have a conditional and a limited access for filter. This data is meant for commercial usage. All such databases outside the organization, which are used of limited access, are together called external database. Hypermedia database. Most websites have various interconnection multi-time media pages, which might include text, video clips, audio clips, photographs, and graphics. These all need to be stored and called from somewhere when the web page is created. All of them together form a hypermedia database. Navigational database. Navigational database has all its items which are referenced from other objects. In this, one has to navigate from one reference to another or one subject to another. It might be using modern systems like XPath. One of its application is air flight management systems. In-memory database. An in-memory database stores data in the computer memory instead of using disk-based storage system. It is faster and more reliable than in a disk. They can find their application in telecommunication network equipment. Document-oriented database. A document-oriented data is a different type of database which is used in applications which are document-oriented. The data is stored in the form of text record instead of being stored in a data table as usually happens. Real-time database. A real-time database handles data which constantly keep on changing. An example of this stock market database where the value of sharing change every minute and need to be updated in a real-time database. These types of database is also used in medical and scientific analysis, banking, accounting, process control, reservation systems. Essentially, anything which requires access to fast-moving and constantly changing information. Analytical database. An analytical database is usually used to store information from different types of database, such as select operational database and external database. Other names given to analytical database are information database, management database, or multi-dimensional database. The data stored in an analytical database is used by the management for analysis purposes, hence the name. The data in an analytical database cannot be changed or multiplied. That's all. Thank you.